When Counting Cars aired its final episode in late 2021, millions of viewers expected Danny Koker and his crew to return for another season of jaw-dropping restorations. Instead, silence. 3 years later, the show remains off the air, and the fate of Kustoms' most beloved personalities has become one of reality TV's most intriguing mysteries. What happened to Kevin Mack? Where did the scandal-plagued crew members disappear to? And why hasn't the History Channel brought back one of their most successful automotive series? Stay with me as we dive into what really happened and why it still matters to the millions of fans left wondering. As of August 2025, Counting Cars is not actively producing new episodes. While the show has not been officially canceled, there have been no recent updates about a new season. Reruns still air on the History Channel and online streaming platforms. But for a show that once commanded massive audiences and spawned a car culture phenomenon, the absence feels deafening. The automotive reality TV landscape has evolved dramatically since Counting Cars went dark. Shows like Rust Valley Restorers and Car Masters continue to dominate streaming platforms, leaving fans to wonder why History Channel hasn't revived their Las Vegas-based hit. Kustoms was founded in the late 1990s and is known for receiving jobs from normal people to top celebrities. Yet the shop that once hosted Alice Cooper and Rick Harrison now operates largely out of the public eye. What makes this silence even more puzzling is that Kustoms is still operating and remains a popular tourist destination in Las Vegas. Fans can tour the shop, see custom builds, and even purchase merchandise. The business continues to thrive, the crew remains largely intact, and Danny Koker shows no signs of slowing down. So why the television blackout? The stakes go beyond entertainment. For the automotive industry, Counting Cars represented accessibility, showing everyday enthusiasts that classic car restoration wasn't just for the wealthy elite. The show's disappearance has left a void in car culture that competitors have struggled to fill. Let's rewind to the moment it all began. Counting Cars is an American reality television series shown on History Channel and produced by Left Field Pictures. The series, which was the third spin-off of Pawn Stars, was filmed in Las Vegas. The connection to Pawn Stars wasn't accidental. It was strategic genius. Perhaps one of the more fruitful relationships Danny developed was with Pawn Stars lead man Rick Harrison. Before Counting Cars, in a number of episodes of Pawn Stars, Rick would call upon Danny as his local expert when it came to putting a valuation on some of the cool classic muscle cars that would come his way in the shop. Those guest appearances revealed Danny's natural charisma and deep automotive knowledge, qualities that would soon catch the attention of History Channel executives. Danny, the Count Koker, wasn't just another reality TV personality manufactured for cameras. Danny Koker was born in 1964 and lived in Cleveland, Ohio with his parents and sister Kim. It was here that he developed a passion not only for driving and admiring cool cars, but working on them also. His father, along with family, friends, and other relatives, worked for the Ford Motor Company. This blue-collar automotive DNA would become the foundation of everything that followed. The transition from Pawn Stars expert to leading man happened organically. The decision was made in 2012 for the History Channel to launch a spin-off show called Counting Cars, in which the cameras would follow Danny as he restored and modified an array of cool cars from forgotten eras. Unlike many reality shows that feel contrived from day one, Counting Cars emerged from genuine relationships and authentic expertise. When Counting Cars premiered in August 2012, it immediately distinguished itself from other automotive shows through its unique blend of technical expertise and Las Vegas flair. This is the car that started it all, for Danny and his crew. It featured in the pilot episode of Counting Cars, with it having been brought in by Pawn Stars Rick Harrison. Danny insisted that the Stang be restored to its former glory. That first Mustang restoration set the template for everything that followed. The show's success came from three key elements that competitors couldn't replicate. First, the Las Vegas setting provided endless opportunities for celebrity encounters and high-stakes builds. More recently, the rock legend Alice Cooper took his Studebaker Avanti for restoration by Count's Kustoms. It was later known that Alice sold the car, but for an unknown price. These celebrity connections elevated the show beyond typical garage reality TV. Second, the crew chemistry was genuinely authentic. Kevin Mack is Danny's right-hand man and best friend for the past 20 years by the series premiere. Unlike manufactured reality TV relationships, the bonds between Danny, Kevin, and the rest of the crew had been forged over decades in the trenches of actual automotive work. Viewers could sense the difference. Third, the builds themselves were spectacular. In any guise, a '50s Chevrolet Gasser is always a cool car, but Danny and his team really impressed with this one. The car was finished off with an epic pinstripe paint job, and then given some bite to match the bark too, with a big block V8 installed under the hood. These weren't just cosmetic makeovers, they were complete automotive resurrections that showcased world-class craftsmanship. By its third season, counting cars had become a cultural phenomenon. The show spawned merchandise lines, increased tourism to Las Vegas, and inspired countless home enthusiasts to tackle their own restoration projects. The show inspired many to take an interest in custom cars and motorcycles. For many viewers, Danny Koker and his crew represented the accessible face of automotive excellence. The first cracks in the counting cars empire appeared not on screen, but in Las Vegas courtrooms. In 2017, the automotive world was stunned when news broke of a major embezzlement scandal involving a trusted crew member. Count's Kustoms, a Las Vegas auto shop with a reality TV show on the History Channel, claims in a lawsuit that a former employee used more than $75,000 of the company's money to cover personal expenses. The employee at the center of the controversy was Joseph Frontiera, who had handled the shop's accounting and bookkeeping responsibilities. In a lawsuit filed in March, the hot rod and motorcycle restoration and customization company featured in the Counting Cars series accuses former employee Joseph Frontiera of using the business's money to make a down payment on his personal Land Rover Range Rover and buy airline tickets for personal use. The scope of the alleged theft was staggering. He also failed to pay the company's taxes on time, resulting in an IRS penalty of about $18,000, the lawsuit claims. But the most shocking detail involved how the scheme operated. Without consulting his bosses at Count's Kustoms, Frontiera had signature stamps made of Daniel N. Koker II and Kevin Mack for the purpose of stamping checks in their absence, the lawsuit reads. The betrayal cut deep because it involved fundamental trust. Danny had placed Frontiera in charge of the company's financial operations, trusting him with access to accounts and the authority to manage payroll for dozens of employees. The company said it discovered something was wrong with their account after finding irregularities in the accounting, as well as in some client accounts and projects. What made the situation even more damaging was the discovery of Frontiera's criminal history. Following this, they conducted a background check, and their findings revealed that Joseph Frontiera had a criminal record of embezzlement and fraud with a former employer in Florida. This revelation raised serious questions about the hiring processes and background checks at Count's Kustoms. The Frontiera scandal wasn't just about money. It shattered the family-like atmosphere that had made Counting Cars special. The allegations severely damaged trust within the team. The scandal risked overshadowing the show's focus on classic car restoration. Legal concerns made it impossible for Frontiera to remain on the payroll. While the Frontiera scandal grabbed headlines, an even more mysterious development began unfolding in 2020. Kevin Mack, Danny's closest friend and the shop's general manager, started disappearing from episodes without explanation. In late 2020, Viewers of Counting Cars noticed the absence of one of Count's Kustoms staff members, Kevin Mack, which caused worry among fans. The timing of Kevin's absence was particularly puzzling because he continued promoting the show on social media. At the end of September 2020, Kevin Mack, star of Counting Cars, took to Twitter to share a reminder to his fans that the show was airing that evening on the History Channel. He wrote, "Counting Cars' new episodes start Wednesday night at 9 p.m. 8C, only on at History at Count's Kustoms." But when fans tuned in to watch the show, they were really concerned. When fans questioned his absence directly, Kevin's responses only deepened the mystery. "I'm still here. LOL, silly peeps. Kevin Mack at MacDaddyLV, September 30th, 2020. This cryptic response suggested he was still involved with Count's Kustoms, but couldn't explain why he was missing from filmed episodes. The pattern continued for months. The week after, on October 7, Kevin was away from the show again, sparking up speculation that something else went on that he, nor the network, were not sharing. He once again promoted the show on Twitter, and then, when he wasn't on the show that aired that evening, people were curious again. The same happened on October 14. Other beloved cast members were also quietly fading from view. Roli Sabo, the unique Hungarian-born member of the cast known for his thick accent and amusing antics, left fans puzzled when he disappeared from the show. Unlike Kevin's mysterious absence, Roli's departure had more concrete explanations related to the pandemic's impact on his detailing business. Scott Jones, the former shop manager, had left even earlier under unclear circumstances. Because the show never explained what became of Scott, many viewers have speculated that he might have gotten into legal trouble on the job. One theory is that Scott embezzled money. Just as former Count's Custom employee Joseph Frontiera was accused of embezzling $75,000 from the business in 2017. However, there's no proof that anything like this happened, though. Fast forward to August 22nd, 2025, and the truth about Counting Cars' hiatus becomes clearer when examined through the lens of industry realities rather than conspiracy theories. As of 2025, Counting Cars is not actively producing new episodes. While the show has not been officially canceled, there have been no recent updates about a new season. The evidence suggests that rather than a dramatic cancellation, Counting Cars fell victim to the changing economics of reality television. Production costs for automotive shows are significantly higher than other reality formats due to the expensive cars, specialized equipment, and skilled labor required. When viewership patterns shifted towards streaming platforms, traditional cable networks like History Channel began reassessing their programming strategies. Since then, Danny and the Count's Kustoms team continuously and reliably released new seasons of their hit show Counting Cars, until the end of 2021, when the last fresh episode aired. The show ran for an impressive 9-year run across 11 seasons. A remarkable achievement in reality television, where most shows are canceled within 3 seasons. What's particularly telling is that the core business remains strong. Taking to the Count's Kustoms Facebook page, it's clear to see that the team are still thriving, posting regular updates from meets, events, and projects they're currently working on. The team seem to be up to their usual antics, just without a team of cameras around them now. The crew members who mysteriously disappeared from the show have also maintained their connections to Count's Kustoms. Kevin Mack is still a member of Count's Kustoms staff and is active on social media. His absence from later episodes likely related to scheduling conflicts or personal choices rather than any dramatic departure. Even the Joseph Frontiera scandal, while damaging, was resolved through the legal system. There haven't been too many updates surrounding the case since May 2018, so either it was quietly settled or the messy legal situation is still ongoing. The shop recovered from the financial losses and continued operating without significant disruption. The post-Counting Cars era has revealed the authentic personalities behind the television personas. Danny Koker continues to run Count's Customs in Las Vegas and remains active in the car restoration and music scenes. He performs with his band Count 77 and owns Count's Vamped Rock Bar and Grill. This diversification suggests that Danny has successfully transitioned from reality TV star back to his roots as a musician and automotive enthusiast. The personal details that emerged after the camera stopped rolling paint a picture of genuine people rather than manufactured television personalities. Regarding his personal life, Kevin is a man that likes to keep his privacy as much as he can. That's why the only thing we know about Kevin's life away from the TV cameras is that his wife's name is Arlene, he has a dog named Izzy, and that his son Devin left his semi-professional Legends Tour race driver career to become a writer. Other crew members have pursued their individual passions. Horny Mike is the coolest crew member known for his humor on the show. Nowadays, you'll find Mike actively engaging with his fan base on social media, where he keeps everyone in the loop about his life. His continued engagement with fans demonstrates the lasting bonds formed between the show and its audience. Ryan Evans, the master painter whose work became synonymous with Count's Customs aesthetic, has maintained his role at the shop. Ryan Evans is the shop's lead painter, known for his detailed and artistic work. His custom paint jobs became a major attraction of the show and remain a core part of the shop's success. This continuity suggests that the core creative team remained intact despite the television production ending. The human side of the story reveals that these weren't just television performers. They were skilled craftsmen who happened to be entertaining on camera. Danny Koker's wife, Corey, is keen to continue the Count's branding, launching, and managing her own bar, dubbed the Count's Vamped Rock Bar in Las Vegas. This family involvement demonstrates the depth of the business relationships that extended far beyond the television show. As we assess the current landscape in August 2025, Count's Customs operates as a thriving business independent of television production. Count's Customs has become a must-visit destination in Las Vegas for fans wanting to experience the magic firsthand. The shop continues to attract automotive enthusiasts from around the world, proving that the brand transcended its television origins. The likelihood of a Counting Cars revival appears slim, but not impossible. While the show hasn't aired any new episodes, history haven't officially confirmed that the show is canceled, so fans can always cross their fingers for a 12th season, although after 3 years, it would be a surprise to see new shows released. The television landscape has shifted dramatically towards streaming platforms, which could potentially offer new opportunities for automotive content. Danny Koker's personal projects suggest he's found fulfillment beyond television. Koker has finally found time to revisit his musical roots and released new music with his own band Count 77, a metal band with a focus on 70s rock. The band formed around a decade ago and is still going strong. This musical pursuit represents a return to his pre-television passions. The automotive restoration industry itself has evolved significantly since Counting Cars ended. Social media platforms like YouTube and Instagram have democratized automotive content, allowing individual craftsmen to build audiences without traditional television networks. This shift may have reduced the urgency for History Channel to revive the show. However, the possibility of a streaming revival remains. Platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Discovery Plus have shown strong appetite for automotive content. A Counting Cars reunion special or limited series could potentially find new life on these platforms, especially given the show's enduring popularity in reruns. Current industry trends suggest that if Counting Cars were to return, it would likely need to adapt to modern viewing habits. Shorter episodes, social media integration, and interactive elements have become standard in contemporary reality programming. The question is whether Danny Koker and his crew would be interested in navigating these new requirements. What the Counting Cars story ultimately reveals is how reality television intersects with authentic craftsmanship and genuine relationships. Unlike many reality shows that manufacture drama for entertainment value, Counting Cars succeeded because it showcased real expertise and genuine passion for automotive restoration. The show's lasting impact can be measured not just in ratings, but in the number of people it inspired to pursue their own automotive projects. The scandals and mysterious departures that captivated fans were ultimately less significant than the core mission of the show, celebrating American automotive culture and the skilled craftsmen who preserve it. Fans loved Counting Cars for its genuine passion for vehicles, the camaraderie among the crew, and the detailed restoration process. These elements remain timeless, regardless of television production schedules. The evolution from television phenomenon to sustainable business demonstrates the strength of the foundation Danny Koker built. Kustoms succeeded before Counting Cars premiered and continues to thrive after the cameras stopped rolling. This longevity suggests that the television show, while significant, was just one chapter in a larger story of automotive excellence. The story of Counting Cars and its crew reveals a truth about modern entertainment. Authentic passion and genuine expertise will always find an audience, whether on television or not. Danny Koker and his team created something larger than a reality show. They built a lasting monument to American automotive culture that continues to inspire enthusiasts around the world. The disappearance of Counting Cars from television represents not an ending, but a transformation back to the original mission that made it special in the first place. If you've been wondering what happened to your favorite crew members, hit that like button and share this with fellow car enthusiasts who've been waiting for answers. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the stories behind your favorite shows.